Your work at Bain, where you've come from, focused on transformation projects, and they're often very long term. How do you tell when they're working? You know, what points to a successful or an unsuccessful transformation?
So there are a number of characteristics and lessons learned from successful and unsuccessful transformations. And so perhaps I'll share some of those characteristics with you, and then we can talk about how we measure success. But lessons learned, as I said, that there's a number of things, a couple that come to mind and are worth sharing. One is successful transformations or organisations that transform successfully have a lot of clarity and alignment around why we need to change and where we're heading, so that all of the activity can line up and all the people in the organisation can line up against that vision. Secondly, a really good understanding of what are our sources of value, or what are the sources of value of the organisation, and then a ruthless focus on the handful of things that are really going to make a difference to that business, and a careful and thoughtful sequencing of that activity, because you can't do everything at once. I think a third and really important lesson, especially from a people perspective, is making sure that they invest in bringing the people on board with the transformation, because organisations don't change, people do. And it takes effort and energy and investment to actually bring the people on board with the transformation. So people need to understand why it is that we're changing and believe in why we need to change, be inspired by where we're heading, and be really clear around what it will take for them to be successful in that new way of working, and have an environment that's set up in order to help them be successful. So don't ignore the element of actually bringing the people in the organisation on board. The fourth one, and the last one that I'll call out, is at Bain we did research on a number of organisations that underwent a major change program, and the smaller proportion that delivered or exceeded what they set out to do actually approached the change with a risk mindset, which was all about building in a regular, open, honest dialogue, proactive dialogue around, as we look forward for the next 3-6 months, what are the things that could get in the way and stop this program from being successfully delivered. And so creating an open dialogue around and encouraging people to put the hand up and to identify those risks, or to identify early on where things are starting to go off track, so that you can course correct and mitigate those things and keep the transformation on track for full delivery.
Well, look, thanks very much. A fascinating project, and obviously a long-term one, so good luck with that, and thanks for speaking with Blue Notes.